Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. With Call of Duty Next today, we finally got our very first look at Warzone gameplay with the MW3 updates, and man, things are looking interesting. Let's put it like that. Today we're diving into gameplay, reacting to it, breaking down all the details you need to know. As we get into it, if you enjoyed the video at all, do me a favor, drop a like on it. It would be seriously appreciated. And if you want to guarantee you are up to date with absolutely everything going on between Warzone and MW3, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. All right, so we've got Warzone gameplay going in the background. Shout out my boy Espresso. You guys always see him playing with me in the gameplay as is. He's at next. He's going to be dropping in. We're going to be spectating him. Depending on how his games go, we might flip POVs with Modern Warzone or Doug here and there. But as we're diving into Warzone here, I've got a list of a bunch of new changes and features that are going to be coming with the Warzone update with MW3. And I mean, I'm going to preemptively say this. We're so back. It feels like it is initially going to be so much better than what we got this year with MW2. Truly, this is what we deserved to get after Warzone 1. It just took a year of us basically wasting our time on Warzone 2 and MW2. But as we're diving into gameplay here, initially at launch for Warzone and MW3, when the integration happens with Season 1, we're going to have 3 maps live. URZIKSTAN, which is what you guys are seeing in the background here, which I gotta say looks gorgeous. If you liked Verdansk, you're gonna like this map, just straight up. And this is also shared with the zombies mode as well. But we're gonna have URZIKSTAN at launch for main battle royale, and Ashika and Vondel are also gonna be live too. So we're gonna be able to play with new movement and everything on those maps, which is gonna be a nice change of pace. And battle royale, resurgence, and plunder are all gonna be there at launch when we dive in here. And I can actually turn on some audio here a little bit so we have something going on in the background. But yeah, the modes and map selections I really like initially from what's going on there. Now, as far as gameplay changes that are going to be happening with Modern Warfare 3 Warzone, the MW3 movement is coming to Warzone right away. That in and of itself, I think, is absolutely awesome. So slide canceling, the bunny hops, everything like that, the fast movement, snappy and aggressive, gonna be there on day one. Ghost is only going to work while you are moving. So camping with Ghost is not going to be beneficial to you whatsoever. I'm trying to get a look at the loot here initially to see if it's floating loot or if it's ground loot. Uh-oh, Blue's already going down there on the scav contract. Giant stairwell. This is one thing that Verdansk had a lot of. It's a ton of stairwells. The lighting in here is not great, so that's a little concerning. That is something that could very easily be changed, though. And I think there are zippies on the outside of the buildings as well, for what it's worth. Jordan just took the whole entire staircase down, bro. This guy took the worst route possible. It's still going. Where does it end? I just want to see when it happens. It looks like there's another, like, 7 floors. We're just going to keep on going and keep on going. There we go. All right, let's open up a chest here. Obviously, it looks very similar. So loot is still on the ground. That's a little bit unfortunate. Maybe that's something that changes over time. Anyways, Ghost is going to be forced to work while moving. If you're camping though with it, it's not going to be working. Stims, the tactical boost when you use a stim shot is back. I'm sure you recall this from Warzone 1. When you pop a stim shot and you slide, that boost is way larger than a normal slide. That I think is very cool. So looting as of right now is the exact same as Warzone 2 for what it's worth. That I think is kind of an L. I'd like to see it change more so back to Warzone 1, but movement enough I think is nice. Looting is something that could be updated. Movement right away though, it stands out. I like also the map's visuals here. It's gorgeous. The colors, the vibrancy, I love that. Moving on, red dots are going to be on the mini map when you shoot, so you'll notice right now, actually, as I say that red dot was scripted. All those dots are on the map when players are fighting right now. That's going to show up. So suppressor meta is going to be back in full force here, obviously. He's going to get the res off here. Who's he got? Smixie's on his team as well. She's over on the right. Little push up here. Look at that TTK. Oh, Jordan with that last bullet knock. PA's coming in hot, though. Is he going to get out in time? So that PA took a little while to come in after that notification, which is nice to see. Also, it landed right where the notification was. Hopefully in year 4 of Warzone, notifications won't be terrible. We'll have to wait and see, though, obviously, for that. As we continue on down the list of changes, though, ammo is going to be separate in your backpack, so you can still carry a ton like that. That's something that Warzone 2 definitely did well, in my opinion, so I'm glad to see that that's also returning. The gas mask is going to be equipped manually, and you can see black sights are now back as well. So the strongholds and black sites, that's going to stay as a feature. I don't think AI will be as prominent though anywhere else though. Like obviously that was a huge problem with Warzone 2 when it first dropped. Doesn't seem to be the case this year. It'll just be similar to how Warzone 2 plays now, which I'm honestly perfectly fine with. I like the concept of the black sites and the strongholds. Gives you an additional thing to go after in game, which is definitely a W in my opinion. There always is going to be a pistol when you're swimming. So we initially saw it in the MW2 multiplayer reveal trailer where basically when you were underwater, you were holding your primary. That's not going to be the case in Warzone. People have actually already tested this. Is Jordan going to get the kill? He does. Good stuff. When you're underwater, let's say you have an assault rifle and an SMG on your loadout. When you go underwater, you're going to have a pistol. Always. Every single person is going to have that pistol. Popping the, whatchamacallit, the battle rage there. Jordan with the plays. You nasty. My boy out here showing out. Battle rage seems really OP, by the way. It gives you extra health, essentially. I feel like it's a little bit busted. That probably needs to be nerfed. But anyways, gas mask manually equipped, so you can put it on and off whenever you want. That's nice to see as well. Tear gas is actually countered by the gas mask now, so that'll be a full-fledged working thing. And that's just the initial changes that are happening with gameplay that have been revealed so far. We're going to get even more details on it as we continue on. There's also going to be some new perk updates in Warzone as well, and these are pretty interesting. For one, Combat Scout's back. I think that's an L. I'm not really a huge fan of Combat Scout returning. The other ones that we're going to talk about here I think are pretty solid, but having Combat Scout return, I feel like that's a little bit of a crutch. However, Shrouded is going to be a new perk, and this makes it so that you throw a smoke when you're downed. That's crazy clutch. If like for ranked and stuff, if that's available in a ranked mode, that's big. Every time you get knocked, a smoke pops, could save your life there for sure. There's Irradiated, which is moving faster and taking less damage in the gas. I'm hopefully seeing this as something that is not cheesed in the gas with stim shots and stuff like that. If that's the case though, that could be a major crutch OP perk as well. Then also Resolute, increased movement when you are taking damage. I like that as well. Not like Serpentine, but similar in the sense that you are actually being able to escape a little bit, I guess, in a gunfight. If you have that active, you can maybe get out alive because you're better movement. Obviously, you'll have to string things together. Watching this, I'm still loving the looks of this map. It's gorgeous. Is he taking the zip line? Velocity seems all right there. The TTK is definitely interesting. He got the kill. The TTK is definitely slower, which is great, honestly. Also, Charlie Intel just posted this as the games are going. URZIKSTAN in Warzone features a new train that can be controlled by players, and also horizontal zip lines are going to be a thing. So like from building to building potentially. The battle rage play again. Jordan's nasty with this. That's a crazy perk. Or I guess it's a tactical. That's got to change. There's no way that's going to be able to be there on day one. That's a little too OP, I think. Anyways, as I was saying, the train on the map you can actually control, so you can actually drive it around, adjust the speed. That's going to be really cool for potential outplays and navigation across the map. And then the horizontal zippies, maybe tall buildings next to each other, you can actually go across rather than having to jump and hopefully you make it, or jump and then climb up all the stairs or take another zippy up. You can just zip line right across. So that's really cool as well. Raven's also posting a couple of tweets in regards to gameplay updates. Slide canceling does in fact return to Warzone. It will not reset your tac sprint. However, it is there for movement and schmovement and outplays, which is really nice to see as well. I have a lot of notifications going on, so as we continue to watch gameplay here, we'll talk about any changes that are made. Another battle rage play coming from Jordan here. Is he going to actually clutch up? I was to say he kind of ego chowed that a little bit there. If he gets taken out here though, we'll see if he gets a full-on look at what the gulag is going to look like here. He's going to give up, so they're going to finish him. We still have the attacker POV right above the face cam there. Let's get a look at this gulag. So this looks a lot like prison showers, actually. It seems to take place in like a missile silo is what it looks like initially here. That's sort of the vibe that I'm getting here. And it looks really similar to prison showers. So let's see what the vibes are. 2 pieces of cover right away. Left, right alley. Center alley is covered. I'm not sure who he's playing in the goo here. Looks like he has a rifle or a sub. Maybe it's a battle rifle. Jordan's frying. He's got him already broken. Got the molly and a stun. What I love about this is you can send with movement and not be terrified that you're just going to get pre-fired. There you go, Jordan. Good win. You can actually aggressively push in this game with the movement and the faster ADS and not worry about, oh, if this guy's got his sights up, I'm absolutely chalked. No, you can use some finesse there and get out. That's nice to see. The overall HUD here, this is actually what we saw the other day with the preview of the port area. But the overall HUD looks very similar to Warzone 1 and Warzone 2.
Yeah, it is very similar to OG Warzone.
That's hilarious. I don't know if you guys could hear that in the playback, but Jordan just said the exact same thing I did. Scavenger contracts are back though, so that'll be nice for cash. I believe I saw some talk of big game bounty over on Twitter as well in regards to some challenges that were going on with this. So it's possible that that's going to be returning as well, which is very cool. I really feel like, I know it's early. We obviously all haven't played yet, and with the beta coming for multiplayer, we'll get more hands-on with that. And obviously I'll have a separate review coming in regards to that, breaking down what exactly is going on there. But I really do feel like with everything we've now heard and what we're seeing here, Modern Warfare 3 is the game that we should have gotten if Infinity Ward wasn't in charge. Sledgehammer and Raven are listening to what we want, and they're making this game that's sort of the best of both worlds. The positives of Warzone 2 that we've seen throughout the year are present here, but really the highlights of Warzone 1 and what made that game great are extra present here as well. I wonder if the redeploy flares are still going to be lootable out of this. I do like I said at the start, I do want to see floating loot return rather than it all being on the ground. For natural world spawn loot, it can be on shelves on the ground, whatever, but like out of boxes and stuff, it'd be cool if it was floating like Warzone 1. It's just a lot easier to navigate there. And yes, it is now confirmed that this is launching with Season 1 in December, so that's when Warzone will drop. We'll have like a month or so of just straight up Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer only. But ADS while sliding, tac stance, 150 base health, classic minimap, QOL updates, new perk updates, all that's confirmed for Warzone now as we continue to see more tweets and information surface regarding this update. I can't get over, like, this map is a vibe, I feel like. Apparently, too, we didn't get to see this when Jordan just went there, but apparently with the Gulag now, there's a chance you get an NVG Gulag. So instead of it just being what we saw Jordan fight there, it's actually Gulag with NVG goggles on. That's pretty crazy. What I notice here is we're watching more gameplay, too, is that when you're sprinting, there's a lot less movement on your screen. It's not nearly as bouncy and shaky. When you're ADSing your reticles and everything, it seems a lot more constant. There is still some bounce to it, which I feel like is a nice balance, but it's definitely not as overwhelming as MW2's, which is great to see as well. The UAV call in there was pretty quick as well. I like that. They got that money right now. Say Jordan wants that battle rage. I think they only have like the default loadouts mainly for their stuff right now. Obviously, they don't even have access to all the weapons in the game. It's still like the beta selections. They don't have everything there regardless. He's got the radar. He's got the dot. This guy doesn't have ghost. So he is caught. You got the elevation still there. I know it's a little hard to see because it's not one-to-one quality. Smixy with the snipe, taking him out. Now, how's loot? Okay, loot's basically the same as Warzone 2. It's actually pretty spread out. I wonder if that's a QOL update. That loot seems a lot more spread out than what we have now, even in Warzone 2 when you get a kill, where it's very condensed. Maybe it's because of where Spiros just died, because he was on a hill. I love the green vibrancy. Dude, I've said it like 5 times already. I'm sorry to repeat myself, but the map looks beautiful. At least from what we've seen so far. I'm sure there are going to be negative parts of it. It's not going to be perfect, but what we got now is great looking. That velo is really good too. The blue hit markers are back as well. I like that. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the loot. It might be because he just died on a hill, so there's more room for the loot to fall, but it looked like it was pretty spread out. Maybe if you're fighting in like a building that's much more condensed and close quarters, the loot will stick to each other a little bit more, if that makes any sense. Dolphin dive back. Well, that was a really long dive. Good grief. Oh, Jordan's getting team shot here. Yeah, that's GG. Now we got 30 left, and we'll see the spectating. Actually, his team is still up. He could get bought back potentially here. Charles Intelligence did also just confirm as well what I thought I saw earlier. Big game bounties are now back. All right, Jordan got the buyback. There's still 23 people up. They're getting pretty close to in-game here. He's going to have some decent loot from what they looted. The loadout drops coming in at Zone 5, so that's nice and free. I'm glad that that's back, since obviously that was a problem in Warzone 2. Also, for what it's worth, it doesn't seem like the boots and gloves system like that is necessarily active in this right now because of the perks that we saw land on the ground. It does appear that those are a bit different, as of now at least. Jordan, get a plate box? Boy, you need plates. You call in multiple UAVs, you still get the advanced. That's nice to see as well. You get the actual full highlighted stuff. Oh, that COD timing. That's insane COD timing. He goes to peek the back and they come around the front side. That's rough. Also, that's a firing squad. They were all standing there. Good grief. Ranked play for Warzone's URZIKSTAN map is launching in early 2024 as well. That's now officially confirmed via Charlie Intel. So we've got that. This is a cool little like in-game zone here. It's at like its own little military outpost base looking. It looks neat. It's like elevated too. Ooh, that the lander trying to come in, swinging for the loot. Not happening. Why is the buy station green? I wonder if that's just like how it is basic or if there's a reason behind that. They have like a contract or like something up at that buy, or if that's, I wasn't paying attention to the buy station markers before. The UAV tower also back there in the top left as well. Also, for what it's worth, going back to the ranked talk, they said early 2024. Keep in mind, season 1 drops in early December, so that could potentially be season 1 reloaded or even season 2. I'd imagine season 2 or season 2 reloaded is the most likely date for that. The movement in the end game here is nasty. I'm liking the slide cancels. Aggressive gunplay. It's back. I love it. It's refreshing to see. Not all just stagnant, slow, clunky. There's some redeploy flares in there. I couldn't tell if I saw the med vest for sure. The clutch airstrike gets them the first ever victory. So that, my friends, is Warzone in Modern Warfare 3. Let me know what you think in the comments below, but that's going to wrap it up. If you enjoyed, do me a favor, drop a like. If you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We got so much coverage coming in regards to MW3 and Warzone in the coming days and weeks, so you won't want to miss a thing. That said, once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy. Have an awesome rest of your day. I'll catch you later. Peace out.